Good morning and welcome to the Free Daily Coaching Hangout. Your daily hangout for mindset, tech tips, and everything attraction marketing. We're here every morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Or jump in. Either way, remember to have some fun. Here at freedailycoaching.com.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the free daily coaching call. Getting down to the last few calls that we're going to have for the year here in 2014. Excited to be sharing these last few weeks with each and every one of you. And I want to thank you for joining us here this morning. Now, if you're watching the replay on Google Plus or YouTube, then by all means, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get the updates. You can also visit freedailycoaching.com. If you get registered for the webinars, you'll get reminders each day, and hopefully that'll get back on track for those that aren't getting those reminders on this new link. In addition to that, you'll be given the opportunity to be able to get my monthly newsletter. You'll be able to stay connected and plugged in, and you'll also get links back to the recordings of calls and different things that we're doing. So remember that if you're watching live, you want to be able to try to get here once in a while, if possible, if that's at all possible. And a lot of the reason is because we do a lot of interactive work. So today is a Friday free-for-all. What does that look like? Well, today's a day where people come over and they actually share specific actions that they took and then a result. And this isn't a talk, and this on today's sharing, we talk about real actions that were taken and then real results. Whether they were the result that we were looking for, whether it was the desired result or not, we actually share about the action steps that we've taken and then what those results are. And for an example, last week I shared about some boosted posts, some like paid advertising that I was doing. And I was sharing about how I did 2 different ads, and one was really doing good and one not so well. So we shared both types of results. So what I'm going to do is welcome people as they're jumping onto the call this morning here live on the webinar. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to invite you to raise your hand if you want to come over. I'll also go over and put the link in the chat for those that are paying attention in the chat. I'll put that over there. And you can copy and paste it. I don't know if it'll show up as a hyperlink. Yeah, it did. So you can always click on that to come over. And the idea is to be able to interact with each and every one of you. So let's say good morning and welcome to the people that are here. Looks like Mr. Jeff is here. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, good morning, good morning, sir. For those of you that don't know, Jeff is a truck driver, and so I had some time at home, and now I'm doing some trips out on the road. And so when we get to see him, it's a special thing in the morning to say good morning to him and say good morning and welcome, Jeff. It's always nice to see you here, sir. As always, the lovely Miss Karen Andrews is here from Canada. So good morning, Karen. Nice to see you here. Hey, guess who's here from all the way from Cali? Mr. Rod Davison.
Sure.
Rod, what's up, buddy?
For those of you that don't know,
Bob, you got to mute. I don't know why, Bob, you're always on a delay.
I had some time at home, and now I'm doing some.
Go ahead and mute yourself out there, Bob. There you go, buddy. So we got, who else? We got, if you can see the Old Navy shirt, that's Mr. Bob Miller. So good morning, Bob, and welcome. We have from Tennessee, the lovely Christina Urban with a little sparkle hat today. She's got a little festive mood. I don't know what is going on, guys. I went out yesterday. I don't know, for those of you that are in a home-based business, if you don't normally leave your home often and you leave your house, it will do something to you that it's like magical. I went in and just bought like a couple things yesterday at the store. You know, a couple like little stocking things and just like this little, I got Jessica this fun little like, you know, we have a bunch of mason jars around. I know she doesn't watch these replays, so I can totally share this with you guys. And if this is your first time on Free Daily Coaching, today is a Friday free-for-all. It's kind of casual. And if you don't know who Jessica is, that's my wife. I know it's hard to believe a goofy bearded goat farmer like me could be married, but it's literally, it's legit. It's totally true. I got the ring to prove it, right? So I got Jessica. We have all these mason jars that we drink out of, and for the goat's milk and stuff, I found this cool thing. It's like a mason jar that sits out on your like back porch or whatever, and it has inside of the like lid or whatever is built in a little like solar panel, and then at nighttime it's like a little glowing jar. Right? It's like a solar-powered nightlight thing, and for the backyard. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I bought it. I was walking around. You know what I mean? It's we don't really need anything. We just, as many of you guys know, we just shared. We just were able to like pay off our cars, so that was kind of a pretty fun thing that happened like right before Christmas. That was a pretty fun Christmas gift. So it's like little tiny like silly stuff that I bought, like elf outfits and stuff, you know, like really goofy. So, but the reason I was telling you guys about that was because I went out and did that yesterday, and from yesterday till today, I'm like plugging in the Christmas tree lights in the middle of the morning, right? I'm like have like the iTunes on the holiday channel, and I'm not usually like a really super uber like festivalish, you know, like holiday kind of guy. But for some reason this year is just feeling super festive, and it's been a fun year, and I've had such a good time meeting so many new friends, and you know, doing so much that I guess it's just like a little Christmas frenzy. My son is coming out tomorrow, so that's exciting as well. So let's bring some more people over. It's just me and you. I'm not saying that it's like you're not enough, Christina, but Bob was here. Bob was here, and then he left. So let's see. Raise your hand, guys, if you took some action. Any action that you took this week, raise your hand and come over and share it with the group. And not only the group that's here live, but the people that are going to be watching this on YouTube, the people later that come back on Google Plus and watch the video. Raise your hand if you took some action this week, and raise your hand if you took some action and it was awesome and you did great and it was a great result. Raise your hand and come over and share with us if you took some action and the result was kind of fair. Right? Maybe it was so-so. Raise your hand and come over and share if you took an action and you were like, that was like not the right action, right? Like maybe that was a waste of time, or hey, that action did not give me the desired result in any way. That action needs to be changed. And the reason that I'm saying all of these different types of actions and types of results, or really types of results, is because this is where the magic is. The magic is in working together. The magic is in hearing the stories from other people, and not just their stories and hearing them, but sharing your story and letting other people glean from your experience. You see, the value that you bring to the market, that you've been wondering, what's your brand? What's your message? What about this? What about that? What about if you just stepped out today and shared what you did this week with the group? What if you just started with that and said, hey, this week I did this. This week I did that, right? This week I did a lot of one-on-one coaching with clients. In addition to that, this week I cut 7 extra videos for playlists on YouTube. In addition to that, I lined up 3 different things with my mentor that I'm going to be, projects that I'm starting to work on right now, things that will be like coming to fruition as time elapses, right? What are the things that you did, right? This week I stopped doing the ad that I showed you guys last week, or that we talked about last time, right? The one that wasn't getting the result I wanted. Why? Because I didn't get the result I wanted, so I needed to switch it up, right? That was it. It's just that simple. So I found a way to switch it up, guys. Right? That was it. I just found another way. So I guess it's just me and you, Christina. Oh, Elizabeth.
Nobody wants to come play with us.
Elizabeth said she'll come over, so I clicked on you, Elizabeth. Hold on, maybe in the chat, because I don't always have the chat on. Oh, yeah. So they can't be in there. Hold on, guys. I'm going to put the link back in the chat, because if you go so much on the chatting, then it makes the thing go faster. You know, the the chat words go faster. There you go, Elizabeth. You can click on the link over there because I tried to push the button to bring you over, but it wouldn't bring you over. So, good morning to those that just joined us. We were just chatting, and I was ranting a little bit. It's a Friday free-for-all, and that means for all. That doesn't mean just for me and Christina. Yo, Elizabeth, hold on. Maybe in the chat, because I don't always have the chat on. Oh, yeah. So they can't be in there. Hold on, guys. Put the link back in the chat, because they go. If you go so much on the chat, maybe it's a California thing. Maybe it's all the San Diegoans, right? Malia
Girl time.
Right?
Girls representing the day.
Maybe it's because they're an hour behind us, and then it's like more of a delay because of the time warp. Because in addition to what's happening, I gotta let the dogs out here, guys. In addition to what's happening with the webinar delay, also they're an hour behind us in time, so they're kind of living in the past. So maybe that's, and then all the people on the East Coast, they're living in the future. So, all right.
You know what it is, Bert?
What?
When you click the link in the chat, it opens a new window.
Yeah.
So then you're live on the webinars on air and then on the Google Hangout, so you're getting the delay.
You bet. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I just had to pause the live. Good morning, Malia.
Well, let's see if anyone else wants to come over. We have, I guess it's just me and the ladies. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm totally getting video bombed by my dog.
That's all right. All right. Well, I guess if you want to come over, guys and gals, there is a link in the chat. We're gonna have the ladies. It's like I have to have like a Craig. I totally love it. But I was just about to go on this whole thing about how I was going to do the lovely ladies of free daily coaching, and then boop, Craig pops up. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Craig." Craig's going to be on the cover of the PDF ebook that we create, the lovely ladies of free daily coaching. The great part is that each one of us is doing something a little bit different, and most of us are trying to get to the same end result. So that's what's really fun about this and seeing what everyone did. So why don't we do this? Why don't we start with Malia, and then we'll just go, and I don't know how everyone's seeing everyone lined up down here, because I know it's a little different for everyone. So why don't we go from Malia to Elizabeth to Craig, and then to Christina, and then we'll swing back around, or if some more people jump over, then we'll do it, let them chime in as well. So let's start with you, Malia. What were the actions that you took this week, and then what was a result?
Well, before I start on that, I came over this morning not because I had specific results, but when you're talking, I was thinking to myself, I didn't really do anything different. I feel like I didn't do anything this week. But what I did on Monday is I wrote down the things I wanted to accomplish. And I think a lot of times, like with getting people to come over and share, like, I don't know if it's comparing to what others are doing or feeling that you didn't accomplish anything, but I think it's really important that we do look at the things that we did do and the things that we did accomplish, because any step forward is a step in the right direction. And I think, I know for me personally, I don't give myself enough credit for the things that I do accomplish, and I tend to beat up on myself because I feel like I'm not going fast enough, or so many people are doing amazing things, and I feel like I'm moving at the pace of a turtle. And the reality is that my life is my life. I got 2 hours of sleep because I'm making teachers gifts right now that have to be delivered today, and there are just so many things going on and differences, and you can't compare yourself to others. And I think coming on and sharing, even if it's something small that you accomplished, is important, because there are people out there. You never know who's on this call. You never know who you're going to affect. And just the fact that you share your story and share the things that you're doing, and even the struggles, could really help someone to move in the right direction. And so I want to encourage everybody, like, awesome for the people that are on, but I want to encourage everyone to come out and take the opportunity to come live on calls, because it's not, even coming on the call is a huge step for some. And that is an action that could yield results, because so many people see these. There's a lot of exposure here. And so even, just coming on is a big deal. And maybe that's your thing. Maybe that's the thing you did this week, and that's big for you. So I just want to encourage you guys to step out and share, even if it's, struggles or failures, or, even if you don't feel like you did very much, compare yourself to yourself. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And I have, we did the Friends of Free Daily Coaching this week. As soon as I got off of that, I did the 3 videos of how to integrate Gmail, how to, integrate your professional domain name.com into Gmail. And I did the 3 parts, and I was like, I don't really like it. It takes, when you did it, Bert, it seemed so easy, and when I did it, it felt like it took so much energy to do it in a 3-part way. But I understand the benefit, because it would have been really long, so it's definitely more consumable pieces. But I think I just got discouraged. Like, I didn't upload them yet. They're still sitting on my desktop. Well, but I did them. But so
check this out. So I would, this is a great example. How many people, and you don't have to raise your hand if you're on the panel, but you can if you want, but I want you to raise your hand in your mind, right? And if you're at home and you're not on the panel and no one can see you, it's okay if you want to raise your hand and go, oh yeah, that's me. Okay, because I'm going to raise my hand right now and tell you that I have videos on my computer, both on this laptop and downstairs, that aren't on YouTube, or that are unlisted on YouTube, or that are locked, that no one's seen, because I did the same thing. I was like, oh, I watched it, and I'm like, oh, that's garbage. That's no good. That's horrible, blah, 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 right? This is all my take. And those are probably like some of the best videos, right? The ones that I think are the worst are the ones people are like, oh, man, I watched that video. That was great. It helped me so much. You're like, wow, really? Because I watched it and I was like, that was horrible. I sounded all choppy. I was in that. You know what I mean? Like all these things that we're being hypercritical of ourselves. That, check this out. The end result is, if you put that out there, would it help people? Would it help someone that was looking to do, whatever is that content that you've created? Will that help someone? In this case, Malia, will that 3-part series help someone? Absolutely. And check this out. This is so fun. This is real life, guys. Is it okay if I like poke you a little bit, Malia?
Of course, that's what we're here for.
It's in a nice way, guys, right? So check this out. And this is a way that you can see this isn't just Malia, guys. I will do this. Christina's going to catch herself doing this. You're at home, you're going to catch yourself doing this. Malia got fired up this morning and said, hey, listen, come out here and be excited about what you did do, okay? Be excited about what you did do. Celebrate what you did do, and don't compare yourself to other people, okay? Then she started her description of her 3 videos, right? It started great. They were cut, and then halfway through she went like this. Well, they weren't as good as yours. Like when you did it, it was all fluid, and then from there, that was like a comparison to me. And from there, we just went down a slippery slope of why it wasn't beneficial all of a sudden. Like all of a sudden, it went from comparing to me to now they're not even available. Where are these videos that everyone's been looking for that we wanted to use? Oh, well, you know what? I didn't say it as fluid as Bert, so guess what? Everyone else doesn't get to benefit from it. I don't think that's really fair, Malia. I mean, think about that. I don't think that's really fair to the rest of the people, and I don't think that's being fair to yourself. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have 500 plus videos, okay? Most of which are 30 plus minutes long, okay, or longer. Do you have 250 hours of doing webinars?
No.
Okay, well then that's not a very fair comparison then, is it?
Not apples to oranges.
Yeah, you're like comparing like chestnuts and rabbits, and you're like, well, I don't know why my rabbit doesn't taste like a chestnut, and you're like, well, because one is an animal and the other's like a nut. Like, it's not even in the same like food group family, right? So you're like comparing your transition and your video to what I would do, but I've done it for 250 hours plus, and you're on like hour 10 or something, right? Or hour 40 or something like that. You know what I mean?
That's bad. Yeah.
No. I don't know how many videos you made, so it doesn't matter like how many, but
No, I know.
I'm saying comparatively, relatively speaking. So the reason I'm poking you about it is because the videos are probably awesome, right? And they're definitely going to be educational. They're definitely going to show people how to do it, right? So don't worry so much about like how does the transition and how. Listen, don't worry so much about how you think they're going to be, because I can tell you from my experience, it's never going to be good enough, right? I can watch my videos, every single one, and be like, oh man, I could totally do that better. Retake! I can film a 40-second video in front of my fence back in my backyard right now, and I could film that video all day long. Because I would go back and watch it and be like, oh, the sun is on my glasses here. On my glasses? Okay, I got to redo it. Oh, I just realized that I didn't shave my head, so all the furry stuff, so I have to go shave my head. Oh, you know what? Like, I didn't say this. I forgot to tell him to subscribe to my channel. Oh, I got to redo it. Oh, I forgot to tell him this is one of 3. Refilm, right? And each time I have to, like, refilm it, delete it, do all this stuff. Now it's lunchtime already. I got to stop and have lunch, right? Like, by the time it's like 4 o'clock, now the sun's going down. I can't even get the video done. Like, I could do that, and I have done that. Okay, so I highly recommend this, and not just for Malia, but for everyone that's getting into doing some video work. Check this out. If you actually say the message, if you deliver the content that you're supposed to deliver, and you have a call to action, good. You work good. You're gold. That's solid right there. Be done with it. Just upload it, get it out there. Check this out. If you don't like it, you can do it. Once it's up there and out and published and people like have the opportunity to look at it, then if you want to go back and redo it, then you can redo it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep, that's good.
Because we want, and not just for you, Malia, this is for everyone. So I didn't want you to feel like just you were singled out, because we all do that. And that's for me too, right? I'm telling myself, Bert, just go upload it. Like, people want to see it. Right?
Yeah,
don't worry.
I got my picket fence sign, like I got my sign up, marching outside. We want the video. We want the video.
Show us the videos. Show us the videos. And just and this is for everything, guys. And maybe you're writing a blog and you're like, oh, well, I don't know if it's written. Guys, go read my blog. They're horrible. And when I say horrible, if you actually can write, if you have that ability, like you're a decent writer, and you read some of my blog posts, you're like, what is this guy doing? It's like chop suey over there. You know what I mean? It's like, what is he doing? So let's that was a really good that was good. We went off on that tangent, but that was a really good one, because I think that affects everyone. Elizabeth, what did you do this week?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, okay, because I got this new thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. That's an action. There you go. There's an action she took. She got a new thing.
So this week I'm on vacation. So I have found being on vacation and running around is difficult. But I did create my first custom funnel for my Instagram. Got a URL for it and hooked it all up, and it's pretty good. And leads are starting to trickle in a little bit at a time. So progress.
Absolutely. So you took some action by doing some tech stuff, some building some things, and getting that part done.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was proud of myself.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, we're proud of you. We're proud of you too, and that's what this is all about. It's like coming out and celebrating and saying, "Hey, look, what'd she do? Well, she went out, got a URL, and built a funnel. She built the whole thing, guys.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a big deal,
Yeah,
right?
got the video
Yeah,
uploaded into MLSP and everything, and you know, when you helped me do that other little thing I did, I was like, okay, just do this, just do it.
And you did it, right? That was
Yep.
it. You see, guys, that was it. Like literally, you learned it. Elizabeth learned how to do something. She's like, okay, I can do this, right? She learned it. She figured out, okay, this is what I need to do. It's these 4 steps or these 3 steps or whatever is required. And then it was just do it. Just take the action. Boom. All right, listen, we got 4 minutes. We got to go fast. And the only reason we got to make it today is because I have a training after this. Like I have, you know, the one that I'm part of, so that I have to jump onto. So go, Craig, go.
All right. This week's been crazy for me. I've been doing the 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5 method every day, getting great results there. But I've also just finished up. Well, we're still in it, but I've taken that video ad playbook course with Mark Harbert. So we've been practicing videos like crazy. I've got, I don't know, I've shot 12 or so this week, and you know, like you said about getting them perfect. Boy, when we first started doing this thing, it was taking me 5, 6 tries at one, you know. Yesterday, we had snow out here, and I went outside and did one out in the snow. The lighting's all messed up and stuff, but by the time I got done with it, I looked at it and said, hey, that'll work, you know, first take. So I was pretty happy with that, and I placed my first video ad, and I also did my first dark post ad combination there, and I put the video ad up on Wednesday, and I've already got 6 leads off of it, so I'm just jacked up. I'm liking it.
Nice. All right. Well, guys, see, there you go. There's, you know, it's fun when you get to take the actions and you get the result you want. I mean, that's, you know, that's some of the most fun you can ever do. Of course, there's times when we try stuff, guys, and it doesn't always work out right in our favor, but when it does, it's like, do the happy dance. All right, Christina?
Yeah, so like Nalia, I totally know what you're talking about. I was actually gonna say that, you know, when I come over here, it seems like I'm sharing my mishaps a little bit more than my successes. But then I realized when I was telling myself that like, you know, you got to celebrate the small successes, and that's something that I don't do enough of. But I definitely want to celebrate small successes because I'm always saying in my videos, like, I'm gonna keep it real, or I'm gonna call myself out on that, right? And as a matter of fact, a friend of mine got me this. I don't know if you can see this little thing. It says "Keep it real." And like, we had never even talked about it, but I've been playing with the tagline, sort of like me being the keep it real marketer. So it like kind of all came together. So I think the one thing that I really wanted to celebrate this week is the fact that, you know, I did an impromptu webinar last week, and I mean, it was very impromptu to the point where I didn't even advertise it really. And I just threw it up on Google Plus because I know I got a little bit more following on Google Plus, and in a couple of groups over there. And like, I had 5 people attend, but I had 5 people register. So what that tells me is that, you know, more promotion. The good thing about that is that I'm building up enough of an audience that I can literally do that. So now I know the secret to my formula is more promotion. I'll get more people on my webinar. And then I threw together a little PDF as a little bonus for them, and out of that little PDF, I'm like, good Lord, this is a perfect lead bait. I just need to tweak it. So I got a lot out of that small little impromptu webinar, and I'm going to celebrate that.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, that's it. That's a wrap, guys. Celebrate your successes. Whether you just barely started and you're brand new, and it's something as simple as you opened your computer and you went and talked to someone. Right? If it's something if that was the first thing that you did, that's a celebration. Celebrate your successes. Be able to look at objectively at your challenges so that you can meet them head on with solutions, right? And keep on moving forward and keep on stepping forward. Thank you so much for joining us here at the freedailycoaching.com hangout. Remember to go to freedailycoaching.com. Members area, if you're a friend, to go to any of the recorded sessions. We'll see you all on Monday morning. Guys, I may make some announcements. We may have some guest hosts on Monday and Tuesday. I'm actually going out of town tomorrow morning. I'm going to pick up my son at the airport and then headed to the mountains. Headed to the mountains for a couple days until like the 23rd. I will. Thank you, Elizabeth. And guys, there's my patron. Someone has a cabin in the mountains. I'm not saying Elizabeth's name, but and so I'm renting her wintry paradise. So it's literally like 15 minutes from where Jessica and I got married, and so it's going to be really super fun. That we're going to do hot springs and snowmobiles and the whole fun times, sledding and tubing and all this stuff. So Monday and Tuesday, depending on how the time works out, guys, we may have some other people helping run the webinars. So just be aware. I'll try to be here. So we'll see you on Monday morning on freedailycoaching.com. Bye now.
Bye, guys.
Bye.